Hey guys, what's up? This is Trickett, and yes, this is another amazing edition, guys, of Wake Up with Trickett. And I just want to salute every single one of you guys out there because you guys are amazing. You know what I'm saying? You are, whether you're stumbling or fumbling, messing up, you know what I'm saying? Or you got it together, or you're on the right path, you know what I'm saying? Or you're working things out. You know what I'm saying? Deep down inside, if you don't have it together, deep down inside, you guys are amazing. That's why you got to pull it out of you. You know what I'm saying? But for those on that journey and you got it together and you hey, don't forget to reach back and help those that don't have it together, right? So, hey, every time you reach back and help somebody else, you help them become a better version of them, a higher version, guys, of them. And how do you not sleep better at night like that, huh? You know what I'm saying? How do you not sleep better knowing that you are always going to be reaping good karma? You know? Hey guys, today I wanted to talk to you guys about what are you growing in your garden. You see, I got my little garden right here. You know what I'm saying? My symbolic garden, guys. I got my money tree, my healing trees. I got it because that's what I'm planting in my garden. So that's what I have all throughout my house because that's what I'm planting in my garden. Beautiful smelling incense because that's what I'm planting in my garden. Sweet smelling, sweet smells that are that when God, universe sees it, it's going to be like sweet smelling incense in his nostrils. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to be pleased, right? You could be doing anything right now, guys. And if you are choosing to be of service, if you are choosing, and right when I said to be of service, it was at 222 on the clock. Angel number 222. You guys need to check that out. You'll see that it linked up perfect. But anyway, when you choose to be in service, guys, when you choose to be in service, you can't lose. You feel better. You get rewarded all kinds of ways, multiple ways. You get to see smiles on the people's face. Plus, you feel good, right? And then plus, God, source, universe, Jesus, whoever you believe in, right, being the end all be all, rewards you because of your good deeds. Does your good deeds buy you into, heaven, so to speak? No, it doesn't. But you do reap what you sow, right? So what are you planting in your garden, guys? What are you planting today in your garden? What are you planting? Do you got love? I got love in my garden. I got prosperity. I got to have that money tree. I got the money tree. I got love in my garden. I got healing because I'm always doing healing work. People, why you're always busy? Yes, because just because I may not, go to a physical 9 to 5. I'm putting in all kinds of other work that people don't want to put in, work that takes a lot of your energy because you're giving out a lot of your energy because, your energy changes people, changes situations for the good or the worse or the better. But I always use it for good when I'm sending my energy out. So, you know what I'm saying, guys? So, what are you planting in your garden? What do you have to uproot? Do I have to ask that? I just felt that right now pop into my mind. Ask them, what do they need to uproot? What do you need? Do you got some anger? Do you got bitterness in your garden? Do you got jealousy? Oh, I'm upset. They're getting it. Or, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, whatever. Like, do you have hateration, jealousy? It's all the same, right? Do you have, what are you planting in your garden? Are you a faithful person? Are you a cheater? You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Just own up to it. Be 100 about it. But don't be a cheater trying to act like you're not, and then you're just confused wearing a mask. Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, multiple personalities. I got that. I got that. But I'm just saying, are you planning cheating? Are you planning, do you have any lies planned? I'm not talking about you told a lie. I'm talking about you're just a liar. Like whenever the time comes and you can fit one of those in there, you slide one right on in. Because that's just who you are. If this is you. Now, if it's not you, don't try to make it fit. Get all butt hurt and all that stuff. Come on, guys, we're way bigger than that. So if you know you're not a liar, and then that's not on you. It must be for somebody else that this touches and they feel some type of way. But hopefully if they feel some type of way, then that means they need to change, right? Because then if it doesn't touch you, then you're just saying that's not you. You don't do those things. You're not in your garden, you don't have jealousy planted. In your garden, you don't have racism. That's retarded. But anyway, you have people that actually believe this stuff. God have mercy on them. You have, do you have hatred planted? Do you have doubt? Oh my gosh, that's worse than racism and prejudice, and because you can be prejudiced against all kinds of things. Gay people, lesbian people, bisexual people, all kinds of things. You could be, prejudiced against all kinds of things. People that don't eat meat, people that eat meat, whatever. People find all kinds of ways to separate themselves and put blocks up to where they have something separate from you, but it's like my negative towards your positive. But if what they perceive to be negative isn't hurting them, and then why does it bother? So see that it takes it further. There's some, it's a little bit deeper than what they're laying on for it to be. So anyway, guys, what are you planting? What needs to be uprooted? Because if you guys have any of those things planted in your garden, you need to uproot it, because all those things are poison ivy. It's all poison, bro, and you got to get it out, because if not, it's going to grow and it's going to produce. And you know what happens whenever you have like weeds in the garden? You don't even have to water those. Isn't it amazing how you don't even have to tend to the negative? Once you start rolling with it, it just has a life of its own. It picks up its own momentum. You know what I'm saying? Of course you guys do. You guys are smart. So if you have delusions and illusions in your garden, you got to uproot that junk too. That means you see things and pretend you don't see them. You see red flags and then you pretend you don't see the red flags, or you see red flags and you're like, oh, I'm going to stay wherever you're at, doing whatever you're doing. And you just, because the lack of value for self, then, whenever you don't love yourself, you'll really put yourself through a lot of stuff, a lot of pain and heartache. Honestly, the minute you start loving yourself, you'll cut that junk out so fast. You won't even have patience to tolerate it like you do to tolerate the negative that's whipping you, beating you, sticking you. Have you upset, angry, regretful, hateful, jealous, envy? You know what I'm saying? Oh, look what they got. I don't have it. But did you do the work they did? What did you plant in your garden? What did you uproot in your garden? Maybe that person had a lot of negative stuff in their garden. That person that looks like they may be doing good or better than you, or be more happier than you, or just life seems to just work with them better than you. I guarantee you, if you sat down with that person, whoever it is in your eyes, they are not like you. Period, point blank. That's why they're living a completely different, that's why life treats them different. Even though you're in the same exact world, could be living on the same street, could be living in the same city, could be living in the same states or states away. It doesn't matter. Energy is energy. Because, I'm not talking about the outside person, this jumpsuit everybody's wearing. No, I'm talking about the real stuff, the energy that you just embody. And so maybe that person, obviously, they did the shadow work. They pulled out all the stuff that wasn't serving them, that wasn't making them their best self. And they got rid of it, right? Where maybe you didn't. You were just still out there doing your thing, trying to find yourself, partying, whatever. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But whatever you were doing, you weren't doing the work. You weren't doing what was going to make you better. So it doesn't matter what you were doing, right? Because whatever it wasn't bettering you anyway. So it doesn't matter what it is. And so that person obviously had a different mindset. And they cut all that out, what you were still holding on to. And they got in touch with their inner self, which was their higher self, which, voila, connected the dots to the universe, which then, when you start to know what you don't want, you know what you want. When you stop looking on the outside, you start looking within, where the true power, true love, everything that is true exists at. When you start seeking past you. See, you look past the mask, you look past who you are, and you look deep within, and you start to get better. You start to seek answers, you start to meditate, you start to clear your mind, clear your thoughts, clear your worrying, clear your nagging, clear your complaining, clear your watching the news, clear your watching all your negative shows, clear you watching all this stuff that's keeping you stuck. And then you say, well, if I say a prayer Sunday, or if I say a prayer, or if I just hope, it'll just get better. But then all your whole surrounding is exactly the same. Your garden has all kinds of weeds in it. Nobody's attended to it. That person probably did, so they reap the rewards, which is rightfully so. But because you haven't attended to your garden, if this fits you, and then you may be upset and jealous at the person that did, just because they did the work. But let me tell you something, that is some cray-cray. That is some kind of crazy. Really? What demonic demon are you working with? For real. That has you bind it to the point that you would be jealous, upset, or envious over someone who has probably suffered more than you, and then decided to do the work while you could have been suffering, but you decided not to get up and do the work, and they did, which was even more suffering and more work because they had to go deep within to come out of it, right? The darkness. Because what? Darkness turns to light, right? So you're caught up in the darkness. You got to turn that junk into light, right? You got to turn a light on. Get rid of it. And that takes work, inner work that no one wants to do. They rather work a job, weekends, holidays, complain, and go right back to it before they do that type of work, because that's the real work. So what's in your garden? Can't get mad. That's why people got demonic demons planted in their garden, poison ivy and all that, because they haven't tended to it in God knows how long. And they're trying to take shortcuts and just say, well, if I say a prayer, or if I call my friend, or if I call the prayer line and say, this is what I'm going through, pray for me. But then you don't do anything to change. You don't. You want to pass it on to somebody else to do the work. You always are looking for someone on the outside to toss your troubles to, because you don't want to address them. You don't want to face them. You don't want to own up to them. It doesn't work like that. You got to get in the garden. You got to get in your garden. You got to put the gloves on, or don't put the gloves on. Get the calluses on your hand, or keep them nice and smooth like mine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get in your garden. You got to decide to either pull up the weeds, pull up the poison ivy, pull up whatever is not serving you. Because when you do not attend to it, then you have all the bugs, all the parasites, all the leeches, okay? All the little demonic demons and devils that look like different folks that pop up like agents, like little agents for the devil, little agents. They have no good for you. They have no good intentions for you. But they still want to be around you. Looking for a way to either sabotage or to try to get what you planted in your garden, because they see what you planted in your garden It was fruitful. It looks real good. But you did the work. That's why it looks so pretty. That's why it looks so beautiful. That's why it's reaping rewards after rewards, because you got in there, pulled up the weeds, sprayed the pesticide, killed the insects that were eating up all the good fruit, right? All the good plant. So they can allow all the negative to have more room to grow. And when you don't want to attend to your garden and that negativity, it'll just continue to grow. Then you have no patience. Then you're always going off the handle. You're always whining, complaining about something. You're always making poor choices, picking the wrong people. The same people, but the wrong people. They all different, but they're all the same because it's the same energy. You pick the same energy. Wherever you go, that same low vibing energy just follows you. Because, you know, what you put out comes back. What seeds you're planting in your garden is coming back. Do you have some prosperity planted? Do you have some health planted? Do you speak health to yourself every day? Do you speak health? Probably not, right? Haven't been taught? Not faulting you. But you ought to. Probably don't speak good things about yourself. So your garden can use an upgrade. Wouldn't you agree? Of course. What garden couldn't use an upgrade, right? So your garden can use an upgrade. And you need to uproot. It also needs an overhaul. You need to uproot. You need to get that what was that, rotor, I don't know what that thing is, but that rototiller, I think they called it, where it like tears up the grass and it spins and rips it all up so you can have like fresh new grass or fresh seed or whatever you're going to plant down in there. Maybe a lot of you need to do that. I had to, but that's just me. I'm not afraid of doing the work because it's just challenging. So, accept the challenge or don't accept the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Many are called, right? But very few will ever be chosen. Because they're just like I said, I'd rather just go work, bro. Why? Because I could go to my job and still have my same low-level thoughts. I could go to my job and still be a whiner, complainer. I can go to my job and still be a person that's doubtful. I can still go to my job and still be a liar. And at the end of the day, I still get a check, still get to pay my bills, still got a roof over my head. And I get it, folks. I get it, bro. Bro, what? I get it. Your boy Tricky got you. I'm just saying that's not the best plan for you. But I got you. I get you. I get where you're coming from. It's the easy route. It doesn't take no work. It's easy to do black magic. Simple. Look up a spell, whatever. Get yourself caught up in some stuff that you can't see, that you can't fight off. And then they don't tell you all that extra stuff. And then, hey, they don't tell you about karma because they're caught up, right? And demonic, planting demonic, little demonic seeds in their garden. So when they sprout, either they knew or didn't know, but whether they did or not, it's too late, right? So now they're caught up in stuff that they didn't know it was going to go that far, but now they're that deep into it, right? Because it was the easy route. It was the easy route. It was easy. It's easy to push some weight on the street. That doesn't take a lot to do. It's easy. Got the product, they'll come. Period, point blank. It's called supply and demand. No matter what it is, you put food in a grocery store, people will come. Put water, dig a hole and put water, ducks will find it. Frogs will find it. Some things, if you just build, they'll come. So what's in your garden? What do you got in there? What are you guys entertaining? What do you got crawling around? Have you guys, are you proud of your garden? Are you walking through it? Are you looking at it going, man, it looks good? I put in a lot of work. It took some time, but man, we are looking good. When, ooh, look at these over here. When these are almost ready. Ooh, look at this over here. Oh yeah, any day now these are going to be ready for me to take. And you start seeing your blessings coming in. Just because you put in the work to change. You know, something that people find extremely hard to do. I'd rather stay stuck. I've been doing this forever. I've been talking like this forever. I've been thinking like this forever. But if my kid stays in the first grade for 4 years straight, I'm thinking he or she must be something mentally wrong. I'm not thinking that's okay for them to be stuck. But then, you know, if they graduate and get past that and then fail in life, fail in marriage, fail in relationships, fail in a bunch of out of wedlock babies, fail in a bunch of, multi marriages due to infidelity, stuff that could have just been avoided. You know, but nobody cares about that because they're all filling in that area too. So they're like, yeah, whatever. I hear you. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I got you. Whatever. That's that energy, guys, because that's what's in their garden. And I really, really, really hope that that's not what's in your garden. And if it is, and you are breathing and you are listening to this, and then that means you still have time, genius, to uproot whatever negativity you have that is holding you back. Not your neighbor, not the person that you're thinking about in your mind that you hate, that you have negative thoughts for. You know, you still have to grow up. I got it. You're stuck. A lot of us are stuck. In a lot of different areas, we're stuck. I make a few dollars, but I'm stuck in everywhere else in my life. I'm stuck. The way I see life is not in the most fruitful way for me, which meaning you. Stuck. Limited thinking. Binding yourself when you should be freeing yourself. You know, for all the people that know the Bible, right? Doesn't the Bible say the whole truth sets you free? Now you see why so many people can't be set free, because their garden has more junk than fruit. It has more stuff killing them than more stuff that's benefiting them. And they are the architect. They are the puppet master of their own garden. They are the ones that planted it. Isn't that crazy, yo? They are the ones that planted it, bro. That's crazy. And then they complain and say it's everybody else but them. They never, it's like they break every mirror in the house and they only use it when they're activating pride, doubt, and fear. But they don't use it to speak positive affirmations. They don't use it to say, you know what, I think it's time to clean up my garden. The garden needs some attending to. It's been a while since I've walked through it. Weeds all over the place. Maybe that's why my life is going the way it is. If fit the story where it fits, guys. If your life isn't where you want it to be going. If it's not headed in a direction that's making you happy. That's putting a smile on your face. That's giving you that good vibe, that good energy, that good woo-woo feeling. If it's not, and then why would you stay? Why would you willfully use your free will? Why would you willfully use your free will? Why would you willfully use your free will, geniuses, to stay there and make excuses and then get mad if somebody tries to correct you because they're trying to take you out of your midlife crisis or your low vibration, crisis that you're having, your pity party. And they're like, man, you need to pull out of this. And then you're anchoring on to everything, holding on to everything. No, leave me like this. You don't know what happened. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know. I get you. I get you. And you know me. That's the point where I say, well, you know what? I'm going to put a big old smile and say, well, let me tell you, if you like it and then I love it, all that pain and misery you're going through, I think you need to go through it, girlfriend or dude or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're holding on and anchoring onto it and you don't want to release it, yes, everybody has to go through a moment of something, but it's a moment. Okay, we know when the moment has been longer than a moment. And they want to hold on to living and stuck on just repeating that story over and over. And it's like there's no tomorrow for them. And it's like there's no memories for them. It's just like they're stuck in the present. Day after day after day, like Groundhog Day. Every day is like Manic Monday for them. You know what I'm saying? Like every day. They're just stuck on, you don't know what happened. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know why I do what I do. You don't know why I act the way I act. You know, whatever. Do what you do. Act what you act like you act. There's consequences to everything. Whatever. Doesn't impress me because people like it isn't hard to do that. It doesn't take no restraint. It's not hard at all. It's not challenging. It's not. You could do that with your, I mean, you've been doing that already from day one on default, right? Being selfish, planting those selfish seeds in the garden. You know what I'm saying? They need to be uprooted. They're not serving you if you have these seeds in your garden. I'm serious. And if your garden is looking right, then you need to reach back, send out some positive, loving, high vibing, high frequency energy. And just like a radio wave, if you put it out there with good intentions and you do not doubt it, and then that frequency will reach other people on that frequency or people that want to be on that frequency, and it will pull them in. Period, point blank. It's not rocket science, guys. Stop making it. It's not rocket science. Stop making it harder than what it is. Stop making the game more challenging than what it is. It's already enough thrills in the Matrix for all of us already. You know what I mean? There's already enough agents and enough people that have signed up to be karmics and everything else to keep you busy, right? So you don't need to put anything in your garden that when it grows, that's it. That's it. It's coming for you because you planted it. And with your positive or negative energy, you also watered it. And it was either a positive plant or a negative plant. So on that note, guys, on that note, time waits for nobody. You don't know how many tomorrows you have. But, you know, hey, you can wear the energy of, I'm delusional, and just think, you know, and that's fine with me. Whatever. People think they can fly until they actually jump off the roof and find out they could, until they hit the ground and splat. So what I'm saying is, you know, there's people that are crazy and they think they can do certain things and take certain shortcuts because that's easy for them. These people, that's who they are. That's who they are. That's what they signed up for. That's who they signed up to be. It is what it is. They can always change when they want to get that junk uprooted out their garden, just like you can when you want to uproot it out your garden. And if you're tending to it right now and pulling it up, kudos, because somebody got to you and you see that it is better to give yourself some self-love than self-sabotage, right? Yeah, that SS doesn't doesn't stand for the SS in the history book because I'm writing new history. The SS here is it doesn't stand for, like I said, it's self-love and not self-sabotage. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, guys, that's about it. Anything else I say, I'll just keep repeating myself. So I'm going to let you go. I hope you guys are having an amazing turnaround Tuesday. And whatever's not serving you guys, you're just turning it around. Not entertaining it, not making excuses to entertain it. But hey, if you are, whatever. Do whatever keeps you happy. Because it's going to keep me happy for you. And on that note, guys, I am Trickett. You guys are all amazing. I am sending you good vibes, high energy, sending love and light, even to my haters out there, because they can't fade me. So I'm sending you love and light. You guys hide like cockroaches, but I love you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not going to spray you. You know, because there's even hope for you. There's even hope for you. So on that note, guys, sending love and light. You guys are all amazing, no matter what state you guys are in. And until next time, peace out.